time that is California time.
True. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. How the hell are you? Personally, I'm doing okay. I'm doing just okay.
Okay.
I was supposed to have an important call today about my taxes, which I can't believe I'm still dealing with my taxes in December, but I am. And my tax guy stood me up on our meeting. He rescheduled without asking me. Rescheduled the meeting for 2.5 hours later, and then never joined the meeting. And I was like, I just waited there for 20 minutes, and then I called and I left an incredibly passive aggressive voicemail because I am not capable of being mad at people.
just left hook, uppercut, jab, jab, cross via voicemail.
Yeah, it was like, hey, this is Connor, Willie, gave him like my phone number, and I go, yeah, so I had a meeting at like 1, got rescheduled to like 3:30. It's been like, I think months now. Like it was like me trying to explain that this is an issue and unacceptable, but doing it in a way that was very like, so I just really need this. And like, I got off the phone. My girlfriend goes, "You are way too nice. This is great." I was like, "Dude, I don't know how to be mean. I don't know how to like. I can't. I don't have like the Karen like gene. Not that like you have to be a Karen to like ask for good service. Like I think that's actually pretty normal. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't have that thing in me to like. I don't know. I was trying to call the office too. I was trying to call because I don't have his like direct number. I was trying to call his office and it kept going to voicemail. And can I tell you, my first thought was not like these jerks won't answer my call. My first thought, I swear to God, by the way, this is a very real thought I had. I said, what if the building like caught on fire and that's why they can't answer the phone? I was like, what if there's like an active shooter and
Are you kidding me?
My calling is like distracted. Yeah, I swear to God, that's where my head went. And I had to like tell myself, I had to like correct myself and be like, no, it's okay to ask for good service, especially because you've already paid. I paid this guy. Ridiculous.
And his punishment is you're talking about it on the podcast for tens of people to listen to.
So tens of people, yeah. Tens of people will be seeing this, and I also haven't named him, so there's no way to know who this is.
Yeah.
Just know that if you have a tax guy, it could possibly be this guy, and he could be bad. So
yeah, and if he brags about having Connor as a client, then this guy reschedules meetings and doesn't show up for them.
If he goes, I've got this one client, he's a content creator and a comedian, and he's really tall and handsome, you can go, I know exactly what he's talking about. That's really good.
I think that's all the information I'll be needing. Click.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who you're referencing here.
Dude, you know what's crazy is apparently like kids when they're doing like a fake phone, like a hand phone up to the ear, they do this
now.
or they do this. That's crazy.
Interesting. Yeah. Gooch. We do know why you're here. Classic Gooch rolling up first comment. What's new? What's new for Gooch? Sporty Pompano. First time seeing the name in the chat.
First time chatter.
For long time listener, first time chatter. Oh, whoa. Almost revealed the hairline there.
Yeah. Your hair looked really good last episode.
I got a nice haircut for the first time maybe ever. And I was actually really excited to kind of show it off. Now it's grown out a little bit. I need to go back soon. But
how often do you get your haircut?
I mean, kind of depends on what like style I'm rocking. There was a stretch where I was going like once a month or whatever. Maybe once every. I mean, when I first started getting my haircut and like thought it was sick as hell that I was at like Sport Clips. My girl Heidi at Sport Clips.
Just
that I
getting
thought
it
was
done.
God's gift to hair.
Clocking in.
Because she could give me like a 2 and then a 3 and then a trim up top. And I was like, this girl knows what she's doing. And that I was going, my mom had to like tell me, she's like, we can't keep spending money on haircuts. You're going every 2 weeks. Like you can go once a month. You're fine. And I was like, fuck, Mom.
I hate
you
getting
don't
my
understand.
haircut.
You don't understand the 13-year-old babes at middle school need to see my hair trimmed up.
My
fresh
coif.
and nice. Yeah.
Coif sounds like it's got to be like a word, like something dirty. Coif?
Yeah, it almost coif, or it almost sounds like almost like a slur of some kind, I suppose.
Yeah. Coif is for
coif.
Who's coif for? What's a coif?
Well, that I'm not gonna.
Hey, as the designated go there guy, I'm gonna go Eastern European, like Balkan guys or coifs.
Okay. I don't think anyone would get mad at us being insensitive towards Eastern Europeans. I think that's all right. That's fair game for white people to make fun of, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got some in me. There's a 23. Yeah. We're a 23 and me away from this being extremely okay.
Extremely okay. Incredibly okay. I think my dad has a little bit of Czechoslovakian in him.
That's Eastern enough.
Yeah. Well, it was. Yeah, that was. Czechoslovakia is what is now Czech Republic or Croatia.
Yeah, I've been there. No big deal.
No, Slovakia.
It's Czech Republic. Czech Republic and Slovakia.
Sorry.
It's by Croatia. Croatia's real close.
It's by.
I've been to Prague.
That's
Prague is dope, dude. I went to
didn't you tell the story about you blacking out there?
Poland. That was Poland. There's a club in Czech Republic or in Prague, and it's like 5 stories. And the first story is an ice bar. Everything's made of ice. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then each floor after that is a different era of music.
Oh, whoa.
So it's like fun. 70s, 80s, like 90s hip, like old school hip hop, and then like 2000s, and then just like the top floor was like modern.
That's fire.
It was really cool, dude.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good
Eastern
things
Europe
about Prague,
has awesome clubs. Yeah,
I've heard.
I was not a club guy till I went. I did a semester abroad. No big deal or anything. But I went to a lot of clubs when I was abroad.
Yeah,
it's fun, dude. It's very fun.
So you were abroad, huh? What was her name?
How was the transition?
I do that joke anytime someone goes, I studied abroad. I go, what was her name? It's my
See, you messed me up when you said you were abroad.
True. I kind of messed up the delivery there.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of. No, you were more on top of that. You were more. Yeah, that was
just a little sprinkle.
Oh, I got to plug in my Ethernet to my. I might be laggy right now. Let me plug in my Ethernet. Sorry if I've been.
You froze once or twice, but that's only a live stream problem. The recording's always great.
Yeah, and who gives a shit about the people that actually
people watching now? Dude, I don't give a fuck about the people watching now. I'm just kidding.
Entertain them while I'm gone.
Few of you. Sporty Pompano. He's been in the Discord for a while. Popped in here some. Thanks for popping, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for popping, Sporty. Thanks for joining the Discord, man. Or woman. Or
woman.
Whatever you are.
What's a pompano? Is that a slur?
Pompano? That sounds like it sort of has the masculine ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Latin masculine ending of.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Probably a South American thing of sorts.
Pompano? Sure. Could be. Certainly could be. What were you? We were talking about Prague, and then we said something else. I thought I was going to comment on, but maybe I won't.
Who cares? Who even cares what I was talking about? Gooch is saying, though, that he's been getting into the largest argument online for saying Kobe is top 10.
What?
I mean,
where? Why don't I see this comment?
I think dude.
Oh, I see it. It just popped in. Then they brought up certain accusations. Okay. Well, here's the thing.
He apologized and he repented.
Well, yeah.
All's forgiven. You changed his number. You changed your number? I'm not that guy anymore. Totally different guy.
Right. And that is sort of a dark part of the history there. But that is crazy that you
also doesn't affect
an argument
if he's top 10 or not. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it can affect how much you like him.
Sure, totally. Yeah. I mean, they didn't take Karl Malone out of the rankings of
Karl Malone gets like zero slander, bro, for marrying a 12-year-old.
Yeah, it's rare that you see it, but it like is totally like there's some gray area about the Kobe thing that's like it was never like confirmed what happened. Not that it's okay or anything, but it's just like, there was never like a definitely, prosecuted thing. It just, there was an accusation, he paid, and then he said an apology. But like Karl Malone is like legitimately, there is not like an accusation. It's like a fact that it happened.
He married a 12-year-old.
Yeah. Crazy.
But hey,
Crazy.
He sure could rebound the hell out of the ball,
Yeah. But damn it, could he score on the low block?
Yeah, damn it, could he catch passes from John Stockton and make open layups and dunks?
They said he's Epstein level, then got mad when I said he and Michael Jackson were innocent, but neither here nor there. Now, see, Michael Jackson I have more of a qualm with, but that story's fascinating too. Did you ever watch the documentary Wonderland or whatever? Neverland,
no,
whatever
I
it's
didn't.
called? It's very interesting. Apparently, Michael Jackson's family like sued because they were like, this is a bunch of bullshit, but seemed pretty convincing, if you ask me.
Media can be that way.
It totally can.
In general, we could convince people of a lot of stuff, probably.
Oh, certainly. We could start pushing some nasty narratives about people if we really wanted to.
Is there an agenda? Should we have an agenda? I
feel like we sort of have a positive agenda going of like we are pushing like Derek Queen propaganda. I feel like we're trying to be the on the forefront of Derek Queen propaganda. But
yeah,
I don't know that we have a negative narrative that we're pushing. I don't know that we have a
you
negative
seem to
agenda.
hate Phillip Rivers.
Okay,
most feel good story in the NFL, and you're like, I hate him. I hope he gets sacked 1,000 times. That's what you said to me off air.
Not true at all. I just said he's not going to go out there and play very well, and I wasn't wrong. He played okay. He played fine.
You said he was going to be bad.
I said it was going to be a bit of a tough watch.
It was not bad,
and it seems like I didn't get to catch the game. To be fair, I didn't get to catch the game. To be fair, I watched every snap. Universal Studios with my girlfriend. So
nice, dude. How was that?
Yeah,
by the way?
It was all right. It was fun.
Top highlight. Give me the. Sorry, you're going to say something.
No. I can give you a highlight. Honestly, the funniest thing was just like seeing my girlfriend on like making her go on roller coasters and telling her it wasn't like that big of a deal, and then being way faster than I had let
nothing like telling women like, hey, what you're feeling right now, it's not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah,
that's a sick male experience.
I was like, I just would tell her like, it just was funny, like getting onto the roller coaster and being like, it doesn't even go that fast.
Oh, this
and then
one?
her getting on it and she's just like screaming. It was so funny. But no, I'm not really a big roller coaster guy either, so I understood the limits. And Universal doesn't really have anything that's like that crazy of a ride. So no, it was just really fun. It's just like the Mummy ride is like pitch black and it goes so fast. And I just like didn't let her on to any of that. I was just like, it's like not that even.
It's like a kid's thing.
It's like a kid's thing. It's not even that fast. It's so fast.
I was a big Six Flags Over Texas guy. I don't know if there's any Texans in here, but they had this old roller coaster and they've like redone it since. But growing up, the Texas Giant was like had like it was the largest wooden roller coaster in the world, and that thing was the most rickety, God. You feel like you're gonna die. Like when you're on it, you go around a turn and you can hear the structure like groaning, like being like, I don't know if I can hold it together much longer, dude. You're shaking, like you come to abrupt stops, like just hitting your head on the back of the thing.
Jeez.
And they redid it, but it was as a child, terrified. As like a teenager-ish, just cracking up at like just how shitty it is. But it's great. It's like it's a staple. The Texas Giants, a staple of Six Flags Over Texas.
See, that I simply just wouldn't do. That I just simply wouldn't do.
I grew up roller coaster kid. Like I was wearing Heelys to be able to get on the rides that I wasn't tall enough to ride.
Really?
That was a good trick. Heelys, man.
I need to take a page out of your book because I still get rejected from some rides. So
at 6'5"?
At 6'5", yeah.
Crazy. Sir, you're too tall for this ride.
You're not going to fit. You might
bump. You might get decapitated. Actually,
yes. That's the problem. Is I'm 6'5", maybe like even almost 6'7" ish, and I
was sick.
Like you're You're too tall for the rides. Thanks.
Dude, clip it for Gen Z. They're going to love it.
I am Gen Z. What year were you born again?
97. I'm on the line.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I forget you're older than me. Yeah, I'm 20. I'm 25. I turned 26 in January, but I was born in 2000.
It's crazy. You kids.
I know. I am legitimately Gen Z. I just look older than I am, so people are confused. They think I'm a millennial.
And you have leg tattoos. It's very millennial of you, which I'm a fan. I feel like that's a millennial thing.
No.
Also, this style. What is it? It's like American. What is it called? Like American traditional.
No, not really. I mean,
it's black and white.
It's sort of American traditional, but yeah, it's kind of like black and white. It's actually black and gray stippling. It's black and gray stippling is what it is, but it's sort of American traditional, like adjacent, but it's stippling, so it's got a little more like gray to it because American traditional is a lot of like flatter lines. Mm-hmm. So if you look up really close, it's like there's like a bunch of little tiny dots that make up the. But no, I feel like a patchwork American traditional sleeve is sort of Gen Z-ish.
That strikes me as millennial, but
really,
I like it.
Well, that makes me hate my tattoos.
Dude, why are you hating on my people? All right,
right.
I got a foot in each camp.
Speaking of hating on your people, Jordan Love,
my people.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just my attempt at a transit. I don't know. That was my attempt at a segue.
This is my only people right here, baby.
True. I got some hate earlier this year on this pod for saying that Jordan Love is not that great.
I did you dirty too on the clip. And I was trying to trim to leave. I kind of did you dirty. I realized watching it over after I posted, I was like, because the last thing you said is Jordan Love is Kirk Cousins, and we just moved on, and everyone's
yeah. I think a lot of people thought I meant Kirk Cousins now. I was just saying he's a guy. What I meant by that was I think I clarified this later in that episode, but it got cut out of the clip, which whatever, I don't care. But what I meant to say was he's just one of those guys where you don't really know what you're going to get from him on a game-to-game basis, because there's going to be some games where he comes out against, was it Detroit, where he threw for 4 touchdowns or whatever, it was 300 something yards. What game was that?
Ooh,
gosh, what
great
game
question from Thickums, by the way, whenever you're looking that up.
Why is this not? Oh, where is Jordan Love on the Jared Goff scale? That is a great question.
We can get into that, but I want to find this game too.
Yeah. We have the Goffometer. It was Detroit. It was week 13 against Detroit. His completion percentage wasn't terrific. He threw the ball 30 times, completed 18, had 18 completions for 234 yards, and then had 4 touchdowns. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He'll have those games, but I just don't think people realize he had a stretch of 3 games there where he didn't throw for over 200 yards. He threw for 2 touchdowns. It was a stretch of 4 games, even if you want to include that. He threw for 2 touchdowns in 4 games. It's not like this guy is coming out and dominating games. And it's not that I don't like Jordan Love. I think he has his moments, but my cousin's comparison, or where I have Jared, sorry. I think I just said Goff. I meant Jordan Love. My take there was just that I just don't think he's a franchise guy that I want to get behind. And honestly, if I put him on the Goffometer, the Goff barometer that we talked about earlier this year of can a quarterback be a franchise guy, and can he get you to a Super Bowl? Those are sort of the 2 questions on the Goffometer. Is I think Goff is the last guy on the list, which is a compliment to Goff. He's a great quarterback again. But he's sort of the last guy on the list of okay, that's a guy who I would say he's going to give me consistent games. He's been to a Super Bowl. You can pay him the money and call him your franchise guy right now and know that your team can be competitive. And the Lions have been. Last year, if they didn't get banged up, I think the Lions could have gone to the Super Bowl. So that's sort of the Goffometer for people who didn't hear it. There's a couple guys above Goff on the Goffometer. You hold guys up to Jared Goff and you go, hey, is he a guy I want to give big money to? Can he get me to a Super Bowl? Honestly, I don't think Jordan Love passes the test. Now, Do I think in terms of like talent and production that like right now at this very moment he's close to top 10? Yeah. Yeah, I think he's close to top 10, but I just don't think he's better than Jared Goff. I need to update the list. I realized when I made our list for top 10 quarterbacks we'll get into later, I had him higher, but I'm changing that. But no, I don't think he passes Goff on the scale. And I know you wanted to talk some Broncos Packers, but like we saw him play against a really good defense, and Bo Nix looked better than him. And
yeah, which speaking of hate that we got too, a lot of angry Broncos fans. I think mostly Instagram or YouTube Shorts, but in general, a lot of angry Broncos fans just because we were like, I don't think they're a juggernaut, and they're 12-2 now. They're a very, very good team, but to me, the definition of a juggernaut is like I genuinely think you can win a Super Bowl, and I'll say this: that take was tested for me this weekend because the Broncos looked really good, and like the defense was awesome. Bo Nix was making big throws. Like the run game seemed good enough too. Like Packers run game is better, but either way. And then I had this thought of, what I always say about the Broncos is they play one really good quarter of football, and then the other 3 quarters are just kind of mediocre.
Yeah,
I realized they just played 2 good quarters of football, and then and it was the third and fourth quarter, and their first half was pretty mediocre. But I'll say this, man, they're a really good team, and Bo Nix is a good quarterback, but you put him on a team where he's not gifted the ball multiple times by his defense, whether it's getting stops or turnovers. Like, Bo Nix we'd be looking at him like. I mean, I think we would be like Trevor Lawrence is way better than Bo Nix. Duh.
Yeah. Which I right now I think I have T-Law 1 spot higher than Bo Nix on my current top 10 QBs.
Should we get into the list? We made lists.
Yeah, I think we made some lists. Top 10 quarterbacks in the league right now at this second. So there's been some injuries. We're talking about this season right now. More of I suppose we could call this more like power rankings.
Yeah,
of quarterbacks than anything.
We call it power rankings right now because, of course, we are looking at their whole season of work. But it's where does that let us to right now? What do we think of them right now? Not like what they do in their whole career. Like we're not going to give props to guys because they've been good for so long.
I think the name that we both left out of our top 10 power rankings right now is Lamar Jackson, who clearly is a better quarterback than a lot of the guys we have on this list in terms of like career success and stats, numbers, explosiveness. Like obviously we're not trying to say that those guys are better than Lamar. We're saying right now, power rankings, who's playing the best football at this moment. We agree on our top 3. I think our order is just slightly tweaked.
Yeah.
But
sorry,
I think the consensus
to interrupt just super, super quick. We should do this. I know it was your idea that we should do it. Let's just give a quick snapshot of what we're going to talk about on this episode.
Sure.
So
let's line it up.
Top 10 QBs. We got some games to talk about as well. Just some key games that happened this weekend.
Yeah.
Not even key games, just games that we had some interesting thoughts on. And then also just some scattery NBA news. But that's pretty much it. So a little NFL talk, a little college talk. We got college football playoff coming up this weekend. A few short days here. We'll probably get into that next week. But so sorry, continue.
No, please stay tuned in because that's what we're talking today. So our top 3 in quarterback power rankings: Matt Stafford, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. I have it in that order. You had Stafford and Allen switched, I believe. So you had Josh Allen 1, Matt Stafford 2, Pat Mahomes 3. I think Stafford is the MVP. I think he's the best quarterback in the league right now. Obviously, we both have a little bit of bias here because you're a Bills fan and I'm a Rams fan.
Oh, me?
So, we're going to have a little bit of bias here. But regardless, that is our power rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And look, to me, it's like they're both playing the best football in terms of the quarterback position in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a toss-up. They're both really, really good right now. You could give it to either guy. I'm going to pick my guy.
Yeah. And then after that, we both have Dak and May at the 4-5 as our top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now, power rankings. I have it also reversed, so I have Drake May at 4 and Dak at 5. You have Dak at 4, Drake May at 5, correct?
Correct.
Do I have that right?
I will.
Okay.
I think Drake May is a fine quarterback.
Okay.
It's hard for me to not put him up there just because he's been really good, but I believe this in my soul. That man has not been tested. They played one team that's over 500 right now, and it's the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
They played them twice. They won once and they lost once. And we all watched this past Sunday, or at least you heard what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, he was not great in the second half of that game. I'm not going to say it's all on him. Like, at the end of the day, Josh Allen is Josh Allen. He's going to find ways to just make plays. And also the Bills have one of the best run games in the NFL right now. But he reeks of like, I'm trying to think of a good example, but just essentially a guy that doesn't have to do much for his team to win. Like, I think, honestly, and I didn't put it this way just because, like, I'm like, yeah, well, to be that consistent for that long is really tough. But if you put Drake May on the Broncos right now, like, I don't know if they're 12-2. Like Bo Nix makes big plays, and granted, he's not as consistent and accurate as May is. And Drake May does a few things better than Bo Nix, but like, I just don't think Drake May makes the big plays when you need your quarterback to like take a shot. Like, I mean, he doesn't live in third down like a lot of teams in the NFL do. Like, they run the ball well. I feel like they set him up for easy completions to where, like, they're usually facing third and short. And also they haven't played anyone, dude. Like, that's my biggest thing. I don't want to talk about Drake May for too long, but they played so many bad teams that I have to believe that they have the worst strength of schedule in the NFL. Like,
they definitely have probably the easiest schedule for sure. But I don't want, I get that take, but I'm not going to punish a guy for doing what he should do. So when a quarterback
that's why I have
goes
him
out
so high.
Right. I hear you. I'm just saying, I've heard this take about Drake May before, and I go, okay, well, that's fine and all to like have some nuance and say, hey, I think Dak's had maybe a more impressive season given the competition he's faced or whatever. But like, Drake May is winning football games, regardless of if it's against good or bad
NFL
teams.
Yeah,
you got to go beat every team you play. Cleveland beat some good teams,
and they've been in games with good teams too.
That
defense is very, very good.
The Panthers beat the Rams. Like, these teams are. I get they're like not terrific teams, but who have the really, really good teams been this year that Drake May hasn't seen? Maybe he didn't play. I mean,
they haven't played it. They played one team that's above 500. Like, if it were like that, but like, I mean, even like the Commanders' schedule last year was very soft, but they still had to play the Eagles twice. They still had to play and the Cowboys weren't good last year either. But I mean, they played some solid teams, and also they proved it in the playoffs. Which, jury's still out. We haven't seen what the Patriots are going to do in the playoffs. But if I had to guess, they're going to lose in the first round. That's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to lose in the first round to a team like, I don't know who's going to win that division, but like a Chargers level team.
Let me see if I can find the playoff like schedule as it is right now. I look, I get it. I just, like I said, and we don't have to spend too much time on Drake May, but I just think, look, when you're 11-3, it's hard to be like, well, I'm going to nitpick. It's like, well, he's doing his job. He's a good quarterback. Making his team better, and they're winning games because of it, regardless of who they're playing against. And I think the idea of like, well, he's getting some easy completions, and it's like, yeah, that's true, but he's making the easy play. He's making the simple play. There are quarterbacks in the league that struggle with that.
Yeah.
Like Tua has all the opportunity in the world as well, and he oftentimes flounders. You know what I mean? Like, oftentimes can't execute. So I just think the idea of like punishing Drake May, not that you're doing this, I'm just saying there are people who do this, punishing Drake May for like making the simple plays, making things look a little bit easy, winning the games he's supposed to win. I'm like, well, that's what you're supposed to do as a quarterback. You're taking your opportunity and you're doing well with it. And I do want to point out, like, as far as like not making big plays, who does Drake May have on his receiving core that's like a big play threat?
Yeah, I think I'm just saying the same thing.
32-year-old Stephon Diggs. Right, yeah, Dak also has 2 of the best receivers in the NFL. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Well, I love this argument because this just makes Josh Allen look like Jesus Christ reincarnated.
I think Josh
I would take
Allen
32-year-old Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, they have probably about similar receiving cores. Kincaid is
great, but Hunter Henry's great too.
Hunter Henry's good too. Stephon Diggs at 32 years old is about probably as good as Shakir is. Like, they have very similar receivers,
but in terms of overall talent, I would say it's pretty similar.
Yeah, overall talent very similar, and I would argue that James Cook is a better player than Hendo or Stevenson. Now, Hendo's looked good. You know, he's kind of had his breakout here, and
as of late, for sure,
is looking better as of late. But like, as far as like a proven threat offensively, as a whole, offensive line, receiving weapons, and running back all included, I would argue that the Bills have more at their disposal than the Patriots do. And granted, they're not playing great teams, but Drake May with that is still going out and beating the teams he's supposed to beat. So that's kind of my argument there with Drake May. And I would love to see him. I think on the show notes here we have talking about like Jeddah's asking for a trade. I think Justin Jefferson will be gone. I agree with you. I think he should be gone. And I think that the Patriots would be a perfect landing spot for Justin Jefferson. I think that would be an excellent landing spot for Justin Jefferson.
Hey, what did I just say?
The Bills will get Waddle. The Bills will get Waddle, and you'll be happy. You'll get Waddle, and you'll be happy.
That would be awesome.
You'll get Jalen Waddle, and he'll be good. And the Patriots will get Justin Jefferson, and Drake May will be top 3 quarterback in the NFL for the next decade.
I'll say, if I'm looking at an offense, I mean, like, what offense do I want to be a part of? The Bills or and the Bills offense it's still fun, but it's boring. Yeah. I'd say both offenses are kind of equally boring, honestly.
Yeah.
Pretty vanilla.
But they could be boring out of necessity as well, just because of the weapons at their disposal. So
fair. Let's move on. Let's keep it going.
On. So let me get your 6, 7, 8 here in our top 10 quarterback power rankings.
I got so at 6 I got Darnold. 7 I got Jordan Love, and then 8 I got Jay Herbo, and then I'm gonna sneeze. So say yours. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. So at 6 I have Justin Herbert. At 7 I still have Jalen Hurts, and at 8 I have Jared Goff. And it looks like you've avoided the sneeze.
It's incredible. It's on the tip.
I hate that. That's the worst, dude. When you're getting sneeze edged. When you're edging a sneeze, it's the worst. There's nothing worse than when your sneeze is edging you.
I don't know why brain freeze popped in my head. I got brain freeze like the other day, and it was just like a 30-second brain freeze.
Oh,
like
ouch.
I feel like when I get brain freeze, and maybe this is the plight of the straight white male. I'm like, I feel like it's worse than other people's. You know, I'm like, mine is way worse. Like, I feel like I'm gonna.
Mine has to be.
Genuinely, when I get brain freeze, I'm like, is this it? Like, I've had that thought of like, this might be it.
I don't really get brain freeze.
Oh,
I rarely get brain freeze. This is hard to watch. Like, this is hard to watch you battle this sneeze.
Yeah, it's right there still.
I know. I can see it.
I'm about to mute myself and just get it back up in there.
Do it. There you go.
Yeah, I did. I swallowed it. Gross.
Good boy. Good boy. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Herbert, Hurts, and Goff at 6, 7, 8. I think my case here is I think that Justin Herbert still remains to be one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL. I know he's the king of the hypothetical.
I'm a Herbert believer.
I am such a believer. I think he's so talented. I know he makes bonehead plays. We talked about this before. He makes like a big dumb, whatever you said, the big dumb interception.
Yeah, we can't quote it because then that's another podcast.
Oh, okay.
Well, we
gotcha,
can.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, you can say who said it. Give them credit.
Yeah, it's Max on Pardon My Take.
He's like,
and he gets so mad because they always make fun of him because they're like Justin Herbert or not Justin Herbert. Jalen Hurts. Like, how did he play this week? And he's just like fucking shitty. The birds need to fire their OC. I don't know, whatever. But he's like, and then they're like, would you rather have Justin Herbert? And he's like, Justin Herbert is a big dumb stupid pick guy. Every game is a big dumb stupid pick. And I was like, that's very true.
I get it. I get it. He does have those games, but like, dude, his arm talent is just incredible. It just is, and he has good pocket presence, especially for a guy his size. He can run. Like people forget he's like a legit weapon.
He's an athlete.
Like has real wheels the same way like Josh Allen does. Like he really is, and I just want to see this dude with a healthy O-line and a good receiving core and a healthy running back group. Like we haven't seen him with a healthy or good O-line. I don't think ever in his career yet, and he's been this good. So Hurts, I have at 7. This is a weird one. He's coming off a Super Bowl. He's been exposed a little bit this season for being like one of those guys where it's like, is he a real quarterback or has he just been the product of a really good system and really good weapons and the tush push, right? I get that that's been exposed. I do want to see more out of him in the passing game. I do. But I think people need to relax. Like the Eagles are still winning games. I think they're still first in their division, aren't they? Like,
yeah, the panic is just because the running game has sucked. It's like
the running game sucked, but they're still 9-5.
You got to give
like,
Saquon
they're still
the
a winning
ball.
ball club.
Yeah, they're still very good. They're good. I will say they're not even just goodish. They're good. They're not. I wouldn't call them very good right now. So we've talked 6, 7, 8. Rounding out the bottom of this list. Maybe we should have done it. Whatever. Freaking Gen Z. We should go up from the bottom next time.
Yeah, that's actually probably a good call.
It's a little.
I realize that.
It's like we're in for the big reveal. 9 and 10.
Although I think it's more consensus who the top 3 are. It's probably more interesting. The 4 through
that's
the 10,
fair.
anyway,
maybe we go 10, 9, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
But
wait, real quick before we get into that.
Oh, go ahead.
We have some chat. We have Celtics winning the chip. We have Patriots winning the Super Bowl. And then we have do we think Jalen Hurts?
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy. Yeah, I know exactly who it is, obviously. We have do you think Jalen Hurts enjoys the tush push? Yes.
Probably.
And we have are we looking at a Rams versus Broncos Super Bowl? That's a very interesting question.
That's a good question.
Let's get into that. We'll get into that after we get through our quarterback power rankings. So hang tight for that.
Also, I realized I was talking about the Chargers, and I was like, I don't know who's going to win that division. Yeah, I do. That was a dumb thing for me to say.
Who?
The Chargers will probably get in. Broncos are going to win it.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Obviously, it's the Broncos.
I think if Bo Nix makes big plays in the playoffs, I will eat all of my words on saying that he's just Tim Tebow. But he looked really, really good against the Packers this weekend.
Yeah, he did. That Packers defense is going to need some tuning this offseason.
Yeah, the Broncos defense,
especially losing Micah. Losing Micah just hurts so bad. Man.
Yeah, I'd say that just about finishes them.
They're probably cooked for whatever hope they have this year. Did you where are we at? I think we were at my 8.
I've been edging. 8, which was okay, go ahead.
Goff. I was just going to quick comment on Goff. Like he just continues to be consistent. He can win you games. He makes the right play a lot of times. Like every quarterback, he has his day, but like the Goff barometer remains undefeated. To be true in my opinion. It remains undefeated. He's right there all the time, always, every year at the level of like, yeah, if the team around him is good enough, they'll be a contender. It's pretty much it. He doesn't like super elevate you to like crazy levels, but so happy it's the first time in a while not seeing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Yeah, I was pretty shocked, to be completely honest with you.
I heard a take.
Tom Brady won, Drake May 2. You should have heard me defending Drake May's honor earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say this guy jumped in right before I was like, the Patriots have played one team over 500. They played them twice and they split the games. So how good are the Patriots?
Wait, are the Steelers over 500 now?
Sorry, 2 teams. You're right, 2 teams. And they lost that game. So, sorry, they beat one team over 500, and then they lost. They also lost to said.
I should have said that.
team.
I should have said that. I forgot they lost that game.
And wait, who's their other loss? Oh, the worst team in the NFL. The absolute worst team in the NFL. The Raiders.
I mean, I just don't even get what point you're trying to make here.
The Patriots aren't good, bro.
I just don't even.
They're good. They're good. They're not the juggernaut. Drake May shouldn't be a shouldn't be an MVP candidate. Like the dude hasn't thrown over 300 yards in a game. He has yet to throw for 300 yards. Has there been an MVP quarterback that never threw for over 300 yards in a game?
But to be fair, every game but one, he's been over 200 yards.
Yeah. Wow! Congrats. Phillip Rivers almost threw for 200 yards, and he's 45. He's sitting on it. He's been standing around on a sideline for the last 5 years.
Leaving 9 off this list is criminal. Yeah, my bad. That's on us.
Sorry,
we should have had 9 at 9.
By the way, I was very
high
on the Raiders this year. I thought they were going to be good. I was a Geno believer. I was a Genty believer.
Yeah, never. It was never going to happen.
Turns out you need an offensive line to play football. I didn't know that.
Interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that every team that's ever been successful ever has had at least a decent O-line.
Yeah.
It's really interesting that they haven't been able to win games. It's shocking to me. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe they shouldn't have taken a running back with a top 10 pick with no offensive line. Like I get taking an electric, a generational offensive talent or whatever, if you want to call Ginty that. And I'm a fan of Ginty. Like I like the kid. I think he's going to be special. I get taking a guy like that with a high pick. I'm not saying don't draft a running back early. I think it'll work, but don't do it if you don't have an O-line. Like they tried to leapfrog the rebuild and be like, no, we can just go get a mid-tier QB and draft a really good running back and we'll be good. And
we're back.
No,
we're so bad.
That's not how that works.
Yeah,
that's not how that works.
I'll say this: when the Cowboys were in the 8-8 hole for a really long time, and then 3 drafts in a row, they just went lineman in the first round, and then I believe it was Darren McFadden ran for 1,200 yards, and then they got the next guy and and everyone would just rush for over 1,000 yards, and it's this is how you do a rebuild right here. This is how you build an electric offense. Is you just
absolutely
go and get 18 or 21-year-olds from Nebraska, Wisconsin, and Idaho,
corn-fed. Yeah,
and just send them out there and let them push people around.
Yep.
But I've been edging my 9-10 for so long. I got to
go ahead, please.
My 9 and 10 are Jared Goff and yours truly, Trevor Lawrence. I don't know why I said yours truly.
No, it's because you know that about me. I'm a T-Law truther. I still believe.
He's been good. He's been good, especially second half of the season. He's been good. Also, sneaky coach of the year, Liam Cohen.
Yeah,
Duval.
I think we've said Ben Johnson a couple times here.
I'm still going Ben Johnson probably, but
I still would too.
There.
But dude, I don't know, man. I'll be honest. Liam Cohen making that Buccaneers offense electric last year, and then coming in and turning around a franchise that has been poverty for years now in no time. This season, came here and turned it around with a team that doesn't have incredible weapons. Other coaches have struggled with these exact weapons, they look good. I have T-Law at 9, and then I have Bo Nix at 10. Honorable mentions for me: Jordan Love, Caleb Johnson, Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, Stroud,
Caleb Williams. Sorry.
Darnold. And sorry. Caleb Williams. Yes. Stroud, Darnold, Lamar. Those are my honorable mentions. It's hard to rank. Honestly, I was confident in my 1 through 8. T-Law 9, Bo Nix 10. I like T-Law there at 9 or 10. Bo Nix, Jordan Love, Caleb, Daniel Jones, Baker Stroud, any of those guys I think could have been 10. And I'm I can see the case there. It's kind of that group there. If I had to break up the tiers, the tier would be the drop off happens after T-Law, which is but even that's close. Yeah. Really, I think the drop off happens after Goff.
Yeah. And I think the biggest difference in our list is I had Jordan Love at 7 and you didn't have him on the list. Granted, he was your first honorable mention, and I left Bo Nix off mine. My honorable mentions were Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Lamar, Joe Burrow, Daniel Jones, and Baker. So, and also you didn't have Darnold on there. That's actually a bigger one too. I had Darnold at 6.
Darnold is on my honorable mentions. He's a guy I could.
I didn't even. You were talking about Jalen Hurts. I was like, why are you talking about him? He's not on your list. I didn't even notice you said Hurts at 7.
Yeah, Hurts at 7. Yeah. And I can see the case for Darnold at 10, or Darnold being on the list. I really can. He's played well this year. But I think
Sam Darnold is a way better quarterback than Jalen Hurts is.
Wow.
I think he's way better. Sorry, I should say this year. This year, I think Sam Darnold has been so much better than Jalen Hurts.
Okay. This year, I can understand that take. What are his averages right now? What is Darnold averaging? Do you know?
I mean, Hurts throws the ball 12 times a game.
Yeah.
He leans. He gets both his ass cheeks grabbed, spread out, and pushed into 6 times a game, and then he'll connect on a deep ball and take his passing yards from 130 to 195, and then he's 12 of 14 or 12 of 16. 210 passing yards, something like that, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
3 touchdowns, 2 rushing.
To be fair, Sam Darnold is playing really well. He's top 5 in the NFL in passer rating. He's 6th in total yards. He's the leader in yards per attempt.
Yeah, we want to talk about guys with weapons too. Darnold's got the guy. I mean, but dude, Philly has 2 premier teams in the NFL would kill to have the wide receiver room that Philly has.
Yeah. I think I'm more inclined to move Hurts a little bit down the list and put Darnold in there over Bo. I'm probably more inclined to do that.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever. I mean it's at the end of the day, it's your list. You don't have to change it if you don't want to.
No, but it's you make good points, and I'm willing to be wrong about things.
It's tough to make a list too and think this guy he's good. He won a Super Bowl or he's been better in previous years. And then we look at the list and you're like, oh man, he hasn't been all that great this year. Yeah.
It's also, it's one of those things too when you're doing
up there. Yeah. And then I just thought, I was like, Joe Burrow has, he hasn't played a ton, really small sample size, but he looked awesome in 1 game. Yeah. And it was against the Ravens.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Against the Bills, he looked good, but he had 2 picks that kind of cost him. And then he was bad last week.
Yeah. Well, the Chiefs are dead. We can all celebrate that, I think. I am pleasantly surprised. I was adamant on this podcast. I was
know.
Like, they are.
You tried to speak it into existence. You wanted the Chiefs to be in the playoffs so bad.
It's not that I wanted it. it just felt like it is inevitable. The Chiefs are inevitable because they just have been. They've been Thanos. It's like you can't hold them down. But it finally caught up to them this year. It finally did. I would have been right about that any other year where it was like, wait, maybe the Chiefs aren't gonna. It would be like, no, they're still good. They're still the Chiefs.
Yeah.
It was the one year in the last 4 or 5 years where I've been wrong. I've been on the wrong side of being like, no, it's the Chiefs. They're probably still going to figure it out. So
they're Warriors equivalent in terms of I think hatred for them and also just being they're just really good. They're just really good. Still, still is the big thing. But I mean, this year, and this is why I have Mahomes at 3. Granted, he's still Patrick Mahomes. I think we get used to the plays that he makes that are just out of this world, but he hasn't been the perfect Patrick Mahomes that's going to extend a play, that's going to just put every throw right on the money. And even I think people expected that offense to change when Rashee Rice came back, and sure, it looked better and he made some big plays and it's another great guy to have in the wide receiver room. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just he hasn't been perfect. Granted, there's other factors. The protection hasn't been as great. The defense is still really good. And it's you look at the Chiefs and you're like, yeah, they're not good because their offense isn't all that great. They can't run the ball either. But
I think that's a bigger issue than people are leading on here. not having a running back, like there's kind of this feeling in the NFL at times where it's like, don't spend big on a running back. They're injury prone. They don't really, you can just have a good O-line. Anyone can run behind it. And it's like, kind of, I get what you're saying, but like having two guys that are legitimately like second or third string running backs as like your rotation guys in Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, it actually doesn't work. It actually is important. Yeah, I think I said this on another pod. I had said if that was true, that was rumored. I don't know how true that is, but it seemed like it was true that the Chiefs declined Breece Hall for a third-round pick. Now, I don't know if there was more attached to it. That's just what the report was. It was Breece for a third. And they said, no, we're only willing to pay a fourth.
That's crazy, bro.
Truly could have ruined their season. I would have given up a third-round pick for Breece Hall, especially for this Chiefs team. Like, if you had a truly electric running back with Mahomes and Rishi Rice as like that's your core moving forward for the next couple years, do you know that you're going to be able to get that in the fourth round? You know you'll be able to find a guy as electric as Breece Hall anywhere in the later rounds of the draft or through free agency? Like, we don't know. You don't know that, and especially during a Super Bowl window. It's just, I think it's a bad call, man. I think there's been running backs recently that have proved running backs do matter. Having a running back with good vision or a running back that can really churn and break a lot of tackle, like
that's Breece Hall too.
It does, Matt. It is. He's got good vision. He's electric. He's explosive. He's got good hands. Dude, it does matter. The Dolphins win games. They're not a good team. They win games because Achane is electric.
He's elite.
He's electric with the ball in his hands, and he creates something out of nothing multiple times a game. When you can get a guy like that, I don't care if they're a running back and you think running backs are injury prone. You go get that guy, especially if you're in a Super Bowl window, and the cost is a third-round pick. Like, I don't know. They kind of almost deserve to be dead. I feel bad for the Colts. I feel like they tried to do a version of that where it's like, hey, we're in a Super Bowl window. We are going to go pay now. And then it's like Daniel Jones and Sauce Gardner both get hurt. And it's like, shit.
That sucks. But there is a bright side for the Chiefs. First bright side, and this pains me as a Bills fan, but I think there are some Chiefs fans who are like, if Buffalo's going to win it, I hope it's this year. Because we can just say you didn't. Yeah, of course you won it. You didn't have to play the Chiefs.
Yeah. No, it's true.
That's one bright side point. The other one is it's time, Connor. It is. We are going to be treated for the next three. What is it? What week is it? Week 16?
Mm-hmm.
For the next 3 weeks, we get Minshew Mania.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, Minshew Mania, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Gardner.
Get him out there. Get the power of the stash on that field.
Dude,
let him throw. We say this about backup quarterbacks. Let them go out there and throw 40 passes.
Yeah.
Let them do it. The season's
Especially
over.
You're the Chiefs. You can't run.
You're the Chiefs. Season's over. You can't run the ball. Let Gardner Minshew step out and throw 40 balls.
If there's a coach that's going to let him do it too, it's Andy Reid.
Yeah. 100%.
Andy Reid is just like, he's the type of coach that's like, hey, I want you to play how you want to play. So if you feel most comfortable like with us leaning on you, then that's what we'll do.
Then let's do it. I think,
so
I'll be honest. I think we have a real shot at a Rams-Bills Super Bowl.
Dude, the long and the short bowl?
The long and the short bowl, dude. The LNS bowl.
We'd have to do a watch party.
100%. Absolutely. We'd have to do something. We'd have to go to the game.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk to management. We'll see if they can get us some tickets.
Yeah,
we got the game time plug anyway, so.
I do think they're probably the two like as good as like Jacksonville and Denver's records will tell you they are. With the Colts going down and every kind of proving to be fakers, the Chargers I think are too banged up. The Chiefs are down.
The Broncos,
the Ravens and the Steelers are just middling. Like in the AFC, it seems like the most real teams are the Bills, Broncos, and Patriots, and you just beat the Patriots. So
it's It's definitely it's a weird year in the AFC.
It is,
and I think a lot could happen. Honestly, there would be a lot of outcomes in the AFC that I would be like, oh, okay. Like if the Ravens made it to the AFC Championship, I'd be like, okay. If they didn't make the playoffs, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
I think just because you look at the team and you're like, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think they're more likely to miss the playoffs than they are to.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if they just turned it on.
Sneaky, bro. Sleeper dark horse here for me is the Texans. They're playing good football.
Yeah,
Stroud is a good quarterback, man.
He is, and I think they figured out their protection a little bit because he was running for his life for the first 5 games of the season, and that's why he got concussed. Oh, dude, Josh Allen has a baby.
Josh Allen father arc.
I don't even know.
It's time.
D. Della Pace.
It's time.
That would be awesome. And hey, the baby bump. Dawson Knox had a baby, caught 2 touchdowns last Sunday. But we already talked about this game a little bit. We talked about Bills Patriots a little bit, but this has been the greatest victory lap, one of the greatest victory laps of my life in sports. As a Bills fan, at least, it was incredible watching compilations of all the videos of Patriots fans like Portnoy. You got all these Patriot, Twitter fan accounts like Drake May fan accounts, just all victory lapping at halftime. You're at 21-0, just being like, it's over. We're back. The torch has been passed. The Bills are officially little brother again. And then Josh just turned it on, man. He just turned it on. And shout out to the defense because our defense is not good. Yeah. It's not a good defense, but dude, they play with guts, man. They find ways to make plays in the big moments. And that's it's been the difference. It sounds like so cliche, but this was my only note. I think I had that note, and Pats fans are in shambles. But I just the Bills are an exhausting football team to be a fan of and watch. It is exhausting. But other than that, a little Phil talk. We already covered a little bit, but I thought that he played well. I watched the game. I watched every snap. A lot of floaty balls that you're just perfectly placed. To me, hey, more impressive to throw a pass going 7 miles an hour in the air and put it right on the money where no one else can get it in the NFL than to throw a bunch of darts or whatever.
Hey, as long as it works.
But
look, I hope he does. I hope he does.
You hate Phil. Just say it. You hate him.
I don't hate.
You hate him.
I don't hate Philip Rivers. I grew up a Charger. When I was a kid, I the only team I cared about in the NFL was Philip Rivers, LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates on the Chargers.
It's funny. When I was a little kid, I was a Chargers fan too.
Yeah. And then I kind of stopped caring about football for a little bit, and then the Rams came back to LA, and I was like, I'll be a Rams fan.
Connor hates Phil. Far dream
Connor
girl.
Hates Phil.
Said
it's not true.
Thanks,
You're
Liz.
spreading propaganda about me, and I don't appreciate it. You guys are fibbing. You're fibbing on.
You know what?
Name.
You hate the nuclear family too. How many kids do you have?
That's really what this is.
How many?
You just like Phil because he doesn't cuss and he's a man of faith and he believes in the good word.
Wait, hold on. How many kids do you have? How many?
0 that I know of.
That tracks.
Yeah. How many do you have?
I'm not taking questions at this time.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was about what I expected. I was impressed that
Jesus Christ.
What?
Far dream girl, come on, dude.
Coming in hot.
Oh yeah.
What other groups do you hate?
Man, other than just Christians, other than the Christian cult, maybe Mormonism.
Well, I mean, look, the Mormons, they got an interesting thing going on. All right. Phil's a Catholic, by the way.
Scientologists, I'm not a huge fan of.
Yeah, Scientology.
Still got to be Mormon with
that's a very safe religion to just openly bash. Scientology.
Yeah. Scientologists and Mormons, you're kind of just allowed to be like, don't love them.
Mormons get a little more credibility because they're still like, hey, like Jesus, right? And everyone's like, yeah. And then they're like, also, black people. And you're like, whoa.
You're like, hang on holy shit. Whoa, how'd we get there? Yeah. Where'd that come from? How'd you get to that?
Very interesting.
It is interesting.
But yeah, that's all. We don't really talk about Phil much more. His post game press conference made me tear up.
His post game press conference is beautiful.
It was awesome.
I'm rooting.
Just a lot of craps and shoots. In between, just peppered about in his sentences, and I'm like, he's back. He's back.
Clipping that, great.
But I have other notes. Raiders are the worst team in the NFL, and it's not close. Unfortunately, sorry.
It's bad, man.
Thickums, that's a Raiders fan.
It's bad. No, it's not Thickums.
It's Gooch.
I think it's Gooch actually.
Yeah,
it's bad. It's bad. The Raiders are in bad shape, man. It's bad. There's no hope. Honestly, they should. I mean, it's one of those things too. They have like two guys that could be generational offensively, and it just sucks because it's like those guys are going to be buried in this franchise for like 4 years.
And a generational defensive player too.
Yeah,
Max Crosby is incredible.
Yeah,
but I got to read some numbers for you.
Okay.
So Kenny Pickett started for the Raiders last week. Mm-hmm. He had 64 passing yards.
Wow.
Ashton Genty, 35 rushing yards. A little bit of math real quick, and I don't know. Oh, never mind. It's right here. Total yards for the Raiders on Sunday, 75 total yards. That's a bad fantasy day for a running back or a wide receiver. You're like, no touchdowns. If the Raiders offense was one fantasy player, you're disappointed.
Wow. Yeah.
That is
holy cow.
Jarring.
Holy cow. Crosby doesn't get his flowers enough. Super Bowl champion Lenny Pickett. Look, Crosby is fantastic.
He's awesome.
He needs to get out. They need to just fully blow it out. I know we say this about bad teams every time, and I know it's like dynasty fantasy brained, it's my GM brained, it's Madden brained, whatever you want to call it. But as an ownership group or as a GM or so, there does come a time where it's like, look, we can get peak value out of these guys. If you don't think you can go get like 2 firsts for Brock Bowers right now, I'm sure someone would give it up. I mean, like there's got to be worlds where there's trades to be made here where teams will give you value in return, and you truly do just fully tank, and then you go get a franchise QB because you'll get 4 first-round picks over the next couple of years. You take a stab at 2 or 3 guys until you get one. You build the O-line, and then you can go get yourself a receiver and a fun tight end and a great running back. But it's like, it seems to me that the formula is very cut and dry in the NFL. It seems pretty straightforward. Tank and go figure it out until you get your QB. That's kind of it. You're just bad until you find the QB that is going to be your guy. That's what it is. It's the only way to do it. In the NBA, it's a little more nuanced because it's like you could find your guy, but the guy could be Trae Young, where it's like, gosh, he's really good, but he's just not getting us over the hump, and nobody wants to come here and be his second guy, and he kind of needs that. Like in the NBA, it can be a little more difficult.
You can turn around a basketball team so quickly. Like it takes like 2 or maybe 3 years. You know, sometimes like you're going to strike out. The draft is kind of a crapshoot, but I mean, excuse me, there's only 5 guys on the floor at a time. And, a lot of NBA rotations are 8 guys, maybe 9 guys. That's like, a lot of times you're 2 or 3 contracts away from being a lottery team to being this is a playoff team. Like, they have a real shot at, at least getting to the conference finals. I think Thickums brought up a good point with the Thunder. The Thunder were only bad, like horrible, for 2 years.
2 seasons? Yeah. Like
that. It was like 2 years that they were horrible. And then all of a sudden they're at the top of the Western Conference and they lose in the playoffs. But like you look at that team, you're like, oh my gosh, this is a very good team. They add Chet. And then the next year they go add Caruso and they draft Cason Wallace. And like, I mean, we're not going to go full basketball here, but either way, football, there's so many guys on the field, and there is a very specific order. It seems as in the way things need to be done in order to speed up that process.
Yeah.
But it just sucks because Mark Davis thought they were close and they weren't. I bought in. I was like, maybe they are closer, but
I did not. If it means anything, can I ask you when I want, because I think we could shift into basketball a little bit here. Do you have anything else for the NFL?
Not really. I thought it'd be funny to say Cowboys got 9. other than that.
That is funny. That is funny. I want to shift into the NBA right now, and I do want to ask a question. When the Clippers and the Thunder did that trade, did you go, yeah, that was a good trade for the Clippers? I would have done that too, or were you like, whoa, that's kind of a lot for Paul George, and SGA kind of showed some promise. That seems like a bit of a reach. Seems like a bit of an overpay. I don't know that I. And I get that there was this feeling of like, well, Kawhi wasn't going to come there unless PG was there. So it's like, well, really, you were getting Kawhi and PG for that, whatever. But like, I one of my buddies is a diehard Clippers fan, and we talk about this trade all the time. I think that trade goes down as arguably the worst trade in NBA history. It's got to be at least top 3. And when that trade happened, I was like, this is a bad trade. Even if you get Kawhi here, why? And to be fair, I was right. They haven't been really that good once. They had like one season where the Clippers were like serious, and I think that was the year they got beat by like the Suns.
I remember them being good for a few years. It was the Nuggets. They lost to the Nuggets in the bubble, and they went to the conference finals. Yeah. And they were good. And I mean, I remember them being good simply because I'm a Mavericks fan, and we played the Clippers in the playoffs 3 out of 4 years, I believe, in a row. And like, we just couldn't get over the hump. And this is the Luka Mavericks still, yeah. But I mean, there's 2 schools of thought really of like, let's keep drafting guys, maybe go out and try to sign someone and not give up too many assets. Or you can be like, that's our guy. We're going to do whatever it takes to go get him, because we believe that the head of the snake or the top of the roster is way more important than the bottom. We can find guys to fill in. They went out and got a bunch of vets that were like, we want to play for a championship. Marcus Morris. You go get I think Norman Powell might have already been there. But like, you can get guys for cheap. That's what the Heat did. Like, it was the same. And granted, they signed the guys, so it's a little different, but they were like so stretched thin on cap space. And they're like, let's go. Yeah. I guess we're going to get Mike Miller and a bunch of old guys, to try to fill that space. But it was a war chest what they gave to the Thunder. Like, I'll say this. When I looked at it, I was like, humble brag, I've been high on Shea since he got drafted. Yeah. I was like, I think he's going to be really good. I didn't think he was going to be this good. I'm not going to take credit for that, but I was like, sure, he's a really good player. Yep. I kind of saw him on a similar trajectory to DeJounte Murray of like, I feel like he kind of got overlooked in the draft. And I think he's a lot better than people think he is. And I think eventually he can be like a guy in the league. Like, I think I saw his peak as like what Cade Cunningham is now. Okay. Not like league MVP, but like, I think he'd be really good. He'd be like, best point or best player on his team. And the team's a contender. Sure. But yeah, dude, looking back, hindsight's 2020, but I remember looking at that Clippers team being like, this is a squad. Like, your third best player is probably going to get guarded by Pat Bev. And at that time, Pat Bev, pretty much until his last 3 or 4 years in the NBA, it was like, he's one of the best defenders in the NBA.
Yeah, he was a great defender.
Kawhi, PG, and Pat Bev. Like, that's tough.
I guess, well, my Clippers fan buddy will be happy to hear you say that. He always says, he's like, contrary to what Connor says, everyone would have done that trade at that time. That was a good trade at the time. We had a good in it, and we go back and forth about this all the time about how that roster was constructed. I never believed that team was going to be that good. I was always like, look, they'll be a formidable opponent and they'll win some playoff games. But I was like, in a 7-game series, I'm taking, at the time it was like, the Nuggets, or I think it was like the Suns or the Luka Matt, whatever. There was a couple different teams at that time. But we go back and forth about this all the time, me and my buddy, and I refuse to believe, maybe I'm wrong, I guess, that like the majority of the NBA world was like, yeah, I would have done that trade. I just remember that trade going through and me just going, wow, that is too much. And I don't know that I would have done that.
But I mean, it's one of those situations where like hindsight is 2020, And,
Sure.
I thought it was a good trade, but I was also, I think it was in high school.
Yeah.
So I was an idiot. But
True.
But like it was a lot. And I think this is also before, definitely before I realized this, but like I'm of the belief now that Paul George doesn't really play winning basketball. Like he just doesn't. He's right. I'd say like he's in the playoffs, it drops down even worse, but like he's below the threshold of like, if he's going to be a high usage guy, he needs to be a little bit better at the end of the day. And I think it's like he had so many great years and big plays, and the idea of Paul George is better than the reality of Paul George. And I think the Thunder found that out, and they pivoted, and it's like that's what great ownership, or I guess GMs do, is they don't wait until the value of the piece that they realize isn't working out exactly how they thought they were. They don't wait till that value is completely depreciated, because they were like, all right, let's retool. Let's, let's be bad for a few years. Let's try to draft well and just see what we can do in a 3-year rebuild. And also when you get, like I said, a war chest of picks from the Clippers,
crazy,
and they weren't high picks.
Asked a question. 17 Warriors or this year's Thunder? I gotta say off rip, I go Warriors, because I don't know that Shea has even come close to Steph's peak yet. In terms of, let me clarify the nuance of that. In terms of like doing it for as long as Steph did it.
Yeah.
We have to remember, like, Steph was like the MVP for, or like at least in consideration for most of, 16 to 2020 or whatever. And then everyone thought the Warriors dynasty was over, and they won another championship in 2022. So what my point was, I need to see this Thunder team do this for an extended stretch and like become the dynasty that we all believe that they are becoming right now, before I'm ready to be like, oh, I would take this Thunder team over this Warriors. Because that Warriors team, like, I get if you're talking about like a 1-for-1, this team exactly versus this team exactly. Even in that sense, I'm probably still taking Steph and KD over
and Klay Thompson.
Yes, right, yeah, absolutely,
and, like, I mean,
Draymond, absolutely.
Draymond, I mean, and that's when Draymond, like, bro, Draymond was a 15, 10, and 10 guy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
as the
and like
fourth
one of the
best player on his team
in the league.
Yeah. Like Depoy, like locked just about every year. And like talk about a deserving Depoy. Like every Depoy Draymond got was deserving. But I agree. But for that, more on the side of what you said at the end there, of like that team was just way more talented overall. I think OKC's really good. I'm not trying to shoot them down, but like, and it's not like I say overall, not meaning from the top of the bottom to the bottom of the roster, or the top of the roster to the bottom of the roster, Warriors just had way more talent. No, I think that's actually the opposite of the case. But like, when you have, like, let's just put Shea and Steph equal, cancel each other out. What do you have after that?
Right. That's what I'm looking at. It's like, okay,
Kevin Durant in his prime.
Yeah.
Klay,
it's like
the best shooter in the NBA, like the best catch and shoot guy in the NBA, like bona fide 45% 3-point shooter on high volume, like put up what, like 40s something in 3 quarters, like, and then also you got the defensive player of the year that can guard genuinely. Like Draymond was, when he was in his physical peak, he could guard 1 through 5. Yeah, as a 6'7", like under athletic, because he's just a genius and he made the whole defense better. And that's probably going to be the argument from Thunder fans too, is that the Thunder defense is better. And it's like, I don't know if it was.
I just don't know, because even the big man rotation of the Warriors is Zaza Pachulia, who like I know isn't like earth shattering.
Was that 2017? Was that Zaza or was that Bogut?
No, Bogut had left. Yeah, Bogut had left. It was Zaza, JaVale McGee, and Kevon Looney. And Kevon Looney.
Okay.
And
was Spates on that team?
Not on the 2017 team.
Okay.
But I guess it depends if you're talking 17-18 or 16-17.
I think it was 16-17.
Okay.
Does that still get does that still get one of these?
No. That's a force.
Yeah, very millennial of me. Sorry.
No, it's funny. I liked it. No, I think even the 16-17. Yeah, even the 16-17 team. Oh, they had Matt Barnes.
That's right.
No, yeah, it still was. I know Mo Spates, David West is maybe who you're thinking of. David West was still on that team. Great.
Okay.
They
signed David West for like so cheap, and I was like, that's a steal because David West was still getting buckets, dude. Still working the mid-range triple threat.
Absolutely. He was still a player. I think the difference between these two teams right now, and this is kind of what I meant by like reaching peaks and like we got to see them do it for a lot, whatever. The Warriors, when they were in the middle of that dynasty, they had like grown ass men, like veterans that were like not completely out of their prime, but obviously not like at their peak, but guys who were like very good, productive players who were grown ass men, like dudes in their 30s who knew how to win basketball games. They were physical. They were what's the word? Like not mature, but like they were professional, I guess is the word I would use. And it's not that the Thunder aren't. The Thunder have like great team chemistry. They're great defensively. I agree with you. They're probably deeper in terms of like legit talent.
Just guys that they can play, and they play fast, but
yeah. But dude, if you put these guys up against each other, I would take the team with a higher, the top end heavier with like Steph, Clay, KD, and Draymond being like the best four versus like Shea, J-Dub, Chet, and Hartenstein.
I think, yeah. I mean,
would that be the four?
Wait, Hart at the four? No, it's usually Chet or Hartenstein.
No. I'm saying best four players.
Oh, you said
Hartenstein. Yeah,
it's tough because the Thunder's best four player, or like fourth best player, is the rest of the team.
Yeah,
because it's like Dort, Caruso, Hartenstein, Case and Wallace, like. Yep.
Isaiah Joe even has
Isaiah. Well, right now lately it's been AJ Mitchell.
AJ Mitchell, yeah,
he's been great. Even the other Jalen Williams has been good too.
Yeah.
But like I think in a 7-game series, I think the Warriors I think they kind of handle them like 4-1, 4-2.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it would go 6 or 7. Not even no meme. I do think it would go 6 or 7 games, but like as we look through like. Do I think that the Thunder could eventually get to the point where we're like, okay, this dynasty is better, this team is better? Yeah, I actually do. I think the potential is there.
I think really Draymond Green is eliminating Chet from the game. I think Chet. I don't know if Chet is scoring double-digit points in a game. Like if Draymond just checks in every time Chet is on the floor.
Yeah,
I don't think it matters. Like,
yeah, I don't think J-Dub is going to have an answer for KD.
Or
like, probably who's going to be guarding.
Put Harrison Barnes on J-Dub. Young Harrison Barnes is playing good D. I'm not going to say he's going to lock him up, but like
I don't know that Harrison Barnes was on this team.
Was this Andrew Wiggins Warriors?
No. This is I'll read you the 2016-17 Warriors roster.
Let me look it up.
Matt Barnes, Ian Clark, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, Damian Jones, Sean Livingston.
Iggy. Put Iggy on J-Dub. Right. Put Iggy on Shea, and I mean, I think the Warriors team is better. And it's not to speak down on, but that's the best basketball team of all time in my eyes. That team was absurd.
It probably is. It's definitely top 3, and it's like not even close. Now, do I think that the Kobe Shaq Lakers would have something to say with that team? Yeah. Yeah, a little. I do. But
I don't think they did. I don't think they do.
Anyway, we don't need to get into that. But I just think that that Warriors stretch, them being adult grown ass men, professional like veterans that were playing how they were playing. Right now, at this moment, I am taking that Warriors team. And what I was saying about Shea not reaching Steph's peak, I did mean that in terms of like Steph at his very best is like, we're talking about like a top 10 player all time. I'm not ready to put Shea as a top 10 player all time yet. So, and we're talking about peak Steph. Now we're also seeing peak Shea right now. So look, if this Thunder team just stays together and they figure out how to keep this core together, minus losing, obviously they're going to have to lose a few pieces here and there. But like, if they really do keep this core together and they continue growing up to get, like, they become grown ass men together and they win a couple championships, like, yeah, I will be ready to say, let's say it's 2029, you know, or the 2028 Thunder, they stay together and they're a little bit older and stronger and bigger and stuff, a little more professional, a little more put together. Yeah, that team maybe. But like right now at this time, 25 Thunder versus 17 Warriors, I'm taking 17 Warriors.
Yep, same. Well, that was fun. Yeah. I don't enjoy those hypotheticals that much usually, but that was fun.
But this one's good. I like this one. Because the Thunder do seem like the next dynasty. Yeah. It seems like they've arrived.
Yeah. And usually the way I think of things like that is like, what if I made a video on that, would the dumbest people ever comment? And the answer is yes to that one. So I have like PTSD. I guess like in some NBA news that I wanted to get into, obviously old Koopy Poopy he's figured it out. And it's so awesome, dude. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I made a video on it today, and the most impressive thing to me is how simple his game is. Like, I think people saw him struggling to score, and granted, we know it's because they're like, "Hey, Coop, just have the ball in your hands all the time. Just be responsible for the entire offensive load in terms of creating for other people and yourself." Now he doesn't have that like load to bear of like, I need to create for my team. It just kind of happens naturally. They're like, we want you to attack. When you catch the ball, attack. And he had 42 last night. Youngest player ever to score 40 points. Then he beat LeBron's record. And it was the most like, it looked like practice. It wasn't fancy. I think he changed directions like on times that he scored. He changed directions like 3 times total and he had 40 points. Yeah. He's just like, if you're 6'9", if you're the same height as him, you can't stay in front of him. You're not quick enough because his burst is just, it's unreal. And if you're smaller, like, sure, you might be able to stay in front, but he's just going to do that slow spin move. He's just going to turn. He's going to Bob Cousy you to death, and then he's going to get within 10 feet of the rim, and he's going to put one up, whether it's the turnaround jumper or just floating it over top. I don't know. He continues to amaze me with, I guess, and it sounds, I'm pre-pausing myself, but he continues to amaze me with his body and the things that it can do. Is the sentence that I just cooked up. I talked about his bend a lot.
You're enamored by his young body, is what you're saying.
His young body just never ceases to amaze me.
You're fascinated by his young bod, his hot young bod. You're truly you're amazed by his 18-year-old big long bod.
You said 18. I'm good.
No, he's 18. You're allowed to say it. You're allowed to say it. I can
talk about that 18-year-old's body all I want. No one take that out of context. Surely no one will take that out of context.
It's funny that this podcast, like we really are just like a lot of what we do is we're just watching young dudes' bods and we're checking them out and seeing how much we like them.
I mean, I was making fun of like sour Mavericks fans after a while after Luka trade. It's like, oh, you're telling me you're mad that a man isn't wearing colors that you like?
Yeah, right.
That's a little odd. But
I agree with you. He's got a great young bod, and it's awesome to watch. And I like the things that he does with his young hot bod. And you're the one that made that point and said that. I'm simply just repeating what you've said.
Yeah, and you're agreeing with me.
Well, yeah.
You're in it.
Yeah, I'm aligned. I'll join. Yeah, I'll.
All right, cool. We're good then. I wanted to say one more thing before I moved on from Cooper. something that stood out to me, and I think this is why he doesn't need to change direction quite as much. Like he has a lot of bend to him, bend BND. And I kind of equated it to the way a D lineman, and it's not the same. He's not getting pushed so aggressively, but he's still meeting resistance. And like if this was 2K25 or before, or no 24 or before, he would, as a rookie, already have like gold slippery, like slithery, I think is what it was.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't have it anymore. That was a great badge. You just triple by people.
Right.
But the way he's able to meet that little hip check and maybe a little bit of a shoulder, and his body just contorts, and he just so far shoulders over his hips and his knees, and he's just gliding through, and then he can just launch himself off the floor right out of that. It's impressive.
Yeah. And I think what's and we can move on after this, but I think what I really love about his game too is he finishes well both ways. He's got great touch around. He's got great touch around the rim,
both hands, and his floaters too.
Yeah, the floaters are great. And I think he's just a prime example of, like, especially when you're 6'10", with that ability to do some of those things. Just keep it simple. Yeah. The game will come to you when you're that size. The game will just allow you to find pockets to score in if you let it. And it's like, it's interesting to compare him to a guy of like a similar stature of like Paolo, right? Where like the knock we've had against Paolo, we've talked about before, is like sometimes it feels like he's trying to force things a little bit. And I want to see him just like get to his spot, use his size, make the game easy, and like let it come to him a little more. You know what I mean? Like, and not just try to like be Tatum and jack up step back threes. You know what I mean? Like, there's ways you can play the game without being like, I have to shoot threes, I have to handle the ball crazy, I have to do all these things. It's like, I think Coop is really proving like, nah, man, when you're bigger, you can just kind of hunt mismatches, or you can just find a guy that's your size, but he's slower than you, and you can just glide past it. Like, he really is just kind of making it look easy. And it's fun to watch. I'm liking his brand of basketball. I think it looks good. And I think for him to be this polished this early, people forget. I've been hard on Coop. I told people coming out of the gates, I was like, everyone needs to pump the brakes on him. He's not a point guard. Like I remember the pre-draft thing. They're like, well, you could just throw him into the Mavs and just let him run the team. And it was like, no. That's not the type of guy he is. Maybe he can become that type of guy, but that's not his play style. That's not what he's best at. That's not. And we've been very aligned on this as we
he's like a super duper role player. Like he needs to be playing off the catch right now.
Yes. Which honestly makes him a really intriguing guy to like build around, because I think a lot of guys in the league are going to be like, actually, I do want to go play with Coop. Actually, you're telling me I can have a high usage rate. I can run a ton of pick and roll. And like, my whole job is just like make the decision of either find a shooter, find Coop, or score. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. If I'm a point guard, I would love to play with an athletic wing like that, where it's like, yeah, let me run the offense. Let me be a floor general. But I just know that the game is still to get Coop the ball, but it's like in a way that still lets me be me. If I'm a point guard, you know what I mean? Like if I'm a dominant ball handler, that's what I'm looking for.
This chat pissed me off. Is Cooper Flagg going to save the GOAT Jason Kidd's coaching career? I will give Jason Kidd some credit. I think that we're seeing the ideology of like Jason Kidd was the coach that developed Giannis. Like, whether you like it or not, whether you think he's a good coach or not, he is the coach that created the Giannis that we all know today.
Yeah.
Like he did. So, and I think the similar philosophy was like, we're going to make it uncomfortable and put the ball in his hands a lot. Granted, there wasn't the same pressure on Giannis and the Bucks organization to win like there is on the Mavericks right now. And also he's the number one pick versus like some random fluky kid from Greece picked like 13th overall.
Yeah.
So it's a little different, but you can see the same like simplicity of like that 40 ball. Like I implore everyone, go watch, just look up YouTube. Like, just
go watch it.
Type in Cooper Flagg and you're just going to see him dribble in straight lines.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Keontae George is guarding him, he's going to get cut off once or twice, and he's just going to spin and like just shoot over the top. But if anyone else is on him, Kyle Anderson, Ace Bailey, Taylor Hendricks, just blow by. Just like, stop me. Mm-hmm. You can't. I'm a superior physical being to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's what it was. And also the playmaking is similar. Like Giannis, one of Giannis's most underrated things is Giannis has incredible vision. He's a great passer. He doesn't need to do anything acrobatic or creative because he's 6'11" with 7'3", with a 7'3" wingspan. But he's still a great passer. I think Cooper's got similar vision in that way. He reads things quickly. He seems to know where guys are going to be. Like the extra pass, the next pass, especially if he just caught it in the middle of the floor, it's immediate. And that's always really promising from your young player. So I think there's a world where he is that high usage guy eventually.
I do too.
But right now it's like, like I see your point.
Yeah. My point was just coming in. I was like, he's not like, my point was coming in. I was like, he's not LeBron where it's like, oh, this guy clearly just put the ball in his hands and let him run the game. It's not that. Like you do need to, at this stage in Coop's career, you will need to like have the right structure around him for him to succeed. I think the other NBA topic we wanted to get into here that you're very passionate about right now is what's up with all these Europeans calling for fouls. What's up with the epidemic of European foul hunting? What's going on here? Honestly, let's call it non-American foul hunting because Shea is Canadian.
Okay, we're on to something here.
Yeah.
Those Americans play ball the right way.
They're playing it the right way.
African American, white American, they play ball the right way. It's those other people that need to go back to their own country and play basketball.
of Slovenia or Canada.
Yeah, or where's Jokic from?
I thought it was Slovenia.
No, Luka's from Slovenia.
No.
Where is
Luka's from Lithuania?
No, Luka's from Slovenia, bro. Are you a Lakers fan, bro?
Serbia.
Serbia, he's Serbian.
Serbia.
Yeah.
Jokic is Serbian.
Dude, it's all pretty much the same. You know.
Whoa.
It's all
whoa.
If you're over there, you're all the same.
Whoa, dude.
Hey, from someone who's been over there, and also people over there will be like, yeah, it's pretty much like.
Did you just say that all Baltic and Eastern Europeans are the same?
Is it Balkan, right?
Yeah.
I think Baltic is a different. I don't know, but yeah,
what is
I mean,
I don't know. Anyway,
there's a reason like Luka and Jokic get along is because their cultures are exactly the same. They're right next to each other. But
I can't wait for Jokic to be a Laker. By the way,
that's the most Lakers sentence I've ever heard in my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You guys,
we're
the best thing about the Luka trade is that we're going to get even more outrageous jersey photoshops from Lakers fans.
Hey, we're the only team in the league that's allowed to do stuff like that because it does happen for us.
It's gotten ridiculous though. Like
it will always be ridiculous. We're the Lakers. Everyone wants to play for you. It's awesome. It's an awesome team to root for. Everyone wants to play here.
Everyone wants to play here except for anyone making less than $50 million because it's horrible. It's like if you're not playing way above what we're paying you, you are the worst player I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, no,
I love the fact that Taurean Prince has had a fantastic year and a half since leaving the Lakers.
Yeah,
he's been great for the Bucks. He's been awesome.
It's
who
been
else
awesome
left?
for them to be.
Honestly, D'Angelo, he's okay. He's been mediocre.
Hey, D'Angelo Russell, learn Chinese, pal.
I'm okay with it because we got him on a crazy discount.
Get familiar with the language, brother. It's over for you.
At this point, I'd rather have Spencer Dinwiddie.
It's like
he's better.
That's like saying I'd rather get hit in the head with a hammer than a baseball bat.
Dinwiddie has been a fantastic Maverick. You have the Laker Dinwiddie experience, very different. Here's the thing: you put Dinwiddie out there and said, "Go sit in the corner and don't fucking move. Sit in that corner and be ready to shoot when Papa Bron passes you the rock, and you're going to get 3 shots a game." When Spencer Dinwiddie is on the Mavericks, we say, "Hey, entire starting unit, come sit on the bench. Hey, Spencer, your team, chief. Treat driver nice."
Yeah. I just want to point out I have the NBA Cup final game up right now.
Oh, it's on
my phone that I'm watching, and we just had a De'Aaron Fox fouling Jalen Brunson and Spike Lee standing up and yelling at him why it was a foul. we had Spike Lee standing up saying, you pushed. He's doing like a gesture. He's telling De'Aaron Fox how he fouled it, which I love.
Oh man, I wish NBA super fans were like NFL super fans. I'll say they're like that with the Thunder in Oklahoma City because they don't have a football team. Like,
yeah,
you have people getting married in the parking lot, like whole shebang.
Yeah, but, is that sneeze back?
Yeah,
sneeze snuck back up on you. Right? I saw it hit you. I saw the sneeze hit you, dude. I saw it come over you. I saw the wave come over you. It's so tough. I hate this for you. I hate watching this. I hate seeing my brother go through this.
I appreciate it. What?
I hate seeing my brother in Christ suffer so.
Yeah. Hey, I'm suffering with him, Chief. God sends his sneeziest battles to his strongest soldiers. Is this game on Prime, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Prime.
I hate this. I hate this.
Dude,
I want to get one of those illegal things that's like a VPN and you get everything and you just pay like $50 for it.
Dude, you gave me your League Pass login. And with League Pass, I still couldn't watch my team play on just like a random night. It's
ridiculous.
It makes no sense to me. Why do they make it so hard? It's like the NBA doesn't want the product to be successful. It's like they don't want. Why would you not want to make this as accessible as possible? Why would you not want kids growing up becoming huge fans of teams and buying jerseys? Why don't you want in 2045 for a kid who's 10 years old now to look back and be like, damn, man, I remember growing up watching basketball in the 2020s. That was a hell of a fucking year. They have none of it. They're not building any of that. The most of the NBA fan base is like people who already watched a ton of basketball growing up that are like, well, now we're watching a product that's a little bit different. We sort of yearn for the days of old. There's not like a ton of new NBA fans coming through the pipeline that I know. I mean, there is, but like, it's just not the same, man.
Well,
they make it so hard.
Kids are just on social media and like, and that's what Adam Silver said. He's like, well, you can find highlights on like YouTube if you want. And I mean, I guarantee you that there are young kids like 13, 14 years old that have bought a jersey of a player that they have watched less than 3 times play an actual game on TV. A full
actual game, 100%.
Oh, maybe not ever a full actual game. I guarantee you there's people just – there are people that own Luka jerseys, Shea jerseys, Giannis jerseys that have never watched sat down from start to finish and watched a full game of that player play.
Dude, I used to be like, it was every week. It was my dad and I were like, hey, the Lakers games are this time, this week. Make sure you're home. And then we would sit down and we would turn on the game when it came on and we would watch the game. And it's like, that's just like a lost art, man. I think part of NBA should post on Roblox for the kids.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know how much the NBA wants to get involved with Roblox right now. They're having a couple issues over there.
Yeah, Roblox is going through it.
But I just think the fix here, honestly, and it sucks to say, but the NBA needs to lean into fantasy basketball the way that the NFL has leaned into fantasy football with Red Zone. The NBA needs to do a thing where they schedule more games at the same time for like only a couple days a week, as opposed to having like games every day. They need to go to a schedule where it's like, look, we play the NBA games happen on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday or something. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the proper thing is. Make it so that it's not the same times as the NFL. Obviously, you can't do Sunday. That's done for. Monday and Thursday would be tougher. Saturday is sort of college football as well. Friday feels open. Friday feels wide open for the taking for the NBA.
Well, and you got high school football during football season, but like I've said this for a while, man.
You know,
why isn't basketball just a summer sport?
Yeah, honestly,
just make it a summer sport. Why is it played in the winter?
Well, and I think honestly, what you could do is just have the season start much later. Even if you want to start it in the winter,
start in January.
Have the season start after the NFL. Have it start after the Super Bowl,
and then it's ending in like September.
Yeah,
like right before football starts. Perfect.
Yeah, start in January so that it's you're kind of getting the season kicked off as the NFL is coming to an end, and then you're in full swing during the summer. You got the playoffs during the summer. That sounds like that is, as an NBA fan, that'd be my dream. There's nothing else going on during the summer. I would love to watch NBA hoops.
They'll never do it. But I think
no, they won't.
If they were to, one, you could start it after the Super Bowl, shorten the season shorten the season. And
Yep.
I think there's a reason why, like in terms of local popularity in overseas, EuroLeague is more popular. They love their teams. There's not just people that are like, oh, I'm a fan of this player. Wherever he goes, I like him. No, they love their teams. Granted, there's strong like nationalism in Europe, especially Eastern Europe. People love their team and their city, their country's team. Like that's why Jokic loves playing with Serbia, yada, yada, whatever. But when you play less games, the product is better. There's a reason why no one presses in the NBA. It's because the season's it's too long. It's not feasible. Yeah. Like if they played a 50 or 60 game season, the product would be better. The games are more meaningful, but they'll never do it. No. I genuinely think like there's a world where they could have success being like the NBA is played on these 3 nights, much like the NFL. That's essentially what you were saying of like the NBA is played on these nights during the summer when it's just baseball. Like, and there's a ton of games on, and you do like you said, like a red zone thing. It would be awesome. Yeah, it would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they need to look into something like that, and they just probably won't. Truly, it just seems like they're going the exact opposite direction. Yeah, they're doing the opposite. They're sticking to their guns, and it just is not going to work. And I play fantasy basketball. It can be really fun, and I've
had years where I enjoyed it.
I think if people got more into that, I think that would be huge. And I think less games and making the regular season more meaningful would be massive as well. I think you hit it right on the head. You hit the nail on the head with like 50 to 60 games. That seems like a sweet spot right there. The problem is that's less money for everybody, and they're just not going to take that. The Players Association
I think that people would watch more. Like if it's like, today's NBA day. Like that's what I do on Sundays, bro. Like me and Liz just sit down on Sundays, and granted, not every Sunday, but like most Sundays, if we don't have plans, it's like, this is what we do on Sunday. We sit down, we throw on Red Zone. If the Bills are playing, we're watching the Bills, and then like to Red Zone. And like, that's what we do because Sunday is for, like, they branded Sunday as the NFL day. Like, I mean, and I would love during to do that the summer, man, it was every Friday night during the summer. It's like the crazy NBA slate. Like,
dude, it'd be so fun. And then having the red zone feature would just be like when a team gets hot, when a team's going on a run or something, you just tune into that game for the 2 minutes that they're doing it or whatever. And it's like, oh, this is great. I'm just going to watch this team get hot right now.
Yeah, or they just make quick little super cuts of like, oh, like this is what's happening in this game. It's like someone getting dunked on or like, and then like the witching hour, and they have all these games kind of staggered ending around the same time. Like, it'd be awesome, dude.
I made a video like this. The title was "Local Man Fixes the NBA in 2 times Speed," and it was just me just ranting as fast as possible and putting it in 2 times speed. So I'm just like firing off. But it's a lot of exactly what you're saying right now, where it was like start the season later, make it less games, make the regular season more meaningful. It will end up, you'll lose more money at first, but it'll end up making you more money on the back end because the product will be better. You know, it was that whole thing.
Yeah, and so Chatter Thickums says like they do have a red zone thing for the NBA, but they're not setting themselves up for success because it's like there's 2 games going on at the same time. Like maybe like 3. You need to make it NBA days. Yeah. And you have your best games of the week as the standalone night games. All the other games that are just on, like, make them all around the same time.
That's the thing is like also that feature exists, but there's no host, so no one. It's just, what are you watching? Silence or whatever, whatever. And it's also, they don't advertise it really, and nobody wants to buy the league pass because it's so expensive, and you barely get to watch your team.
Also, I mean, I'm lucky I get to watch the Mavericks because I don't live in Dallas, but you know what teams I can't watch? I live in Mobile, Alabama. It's at the very bottom of Alabama, right? Like in the middle, essentially.
Yeah.
I cannot watch because of the broadcasting agreements. I can't watch the Hawks, the Heat, the Pelicans, and the Grizzlies. 4 teams. I don't even have an NBA team in my state. I just spit on my desk. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I can't watch the Grizzlies. Memphis is 8 hours. It's an 8-hour drive. Miami's a 10-hour drive.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. It makes no sense. It makes they just want everyone consuming 15 minutes of highlights. And I'll be honest. By the way, I actually do appreciate the 15-minute game recap.
I watch them. I can't watch everything.
you can't catch every game. It is nice that they're doing it, but don't make that your thing. Like, essentially you're turning the NBA into a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what that is. If that's all you want to do, if that's the only accessibility you want to give people, you're a YouTube channel then. The NBA is a YouTube channel. That's what it is.
Dude, NBA is a sick YouTube channel. A lot of subscribers, a lot of popularity.
Yeah.
But it's just, it sucks. No one will ever do it, man.
No. Unless the long and the short really takes off and people start really listening and go, hang on a second. I think we got a new vote for commissioner. We got a dual commissioner action here. That's what happens.
Hey, if we were the commissioners, if we were the commissioners of the NBA, bro, I think that I think we could fix the NBA. We would lose a ton of money at first, but
a ton.
That vision, it works. Also,
yeah.
I think we would be the first ever commissioners to not be booed every time we take stage.
Exactly.
I think they might boo me. I can be very disagreeable at times.
True.
But I don't know. You're too cute.
Do you really think you mean that?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't mention it, and don't expect any more of that either. Fart Dream Girl says, "I'd boo you." Thanks, love of my life.
Yeah. All this talk about broadcast issues starting to radicalize me. No consumer rights. Hey,
you want to get radicalized, bro?
Eat the rich.
Have a conversation with us. We don't really get political, but we're like, we're not super close politically whatsoever. But one thing we do agree on is like, eat the rich, man. It's gone too far.
Yeah, I think that is true. I think that's what I'm doing like a video with an organization that's like, it's called like Unrig the Economy, and the whole thing is like that. It's my first time ever doing any like political anything. I'm a little bit nervous about how it's going to go, but
it'll be fun. I think everyone is down. Hey, 1% of people is going to be really upset with you.
The whole thing is like, I'm making it a point to like keep it focused on like the billionaires and the big corporations like screwing us over.
Yeah, and I was not a guy who just worked the same office job and got a lot of promotions and like makes a couple $100,000 a year.
And I said yes to it because I was like, actually, this one feels like everyone's going to be pretty on board with. I don't think anyone wants things to be more expensive and for us to make less money. That feels pretty bipartisan. So, yeah. If you ever,
woke goat.
Yeah,
it's a great nickname, dude. Woke goat's great.
Willie woke. True. Well, hey, let's tune into this NBA Cup game. I think we've had a fun pod here.
It's been great.
Second half is coming to a close of this NBA Cup game, so it'll be nice to hop off here and check out this second half and be able to report back. But hey, always fun with the chat. Always fun when the chat is active. We love when you guys get in here and interact with us. I think that's a really cool aspect of this podcast that I think hopefully you guys are enjoying. But yeah, love you guys for joining. Thank you so much for doing that. Slim Dookie, I love you for doing this with me. So
of course,
fun.
Man. I think it's funny. I don't like, eventually I feel like a lot of people think like podcast hosts or people that do stuff together hate each other. And granted, we haven't been doing this that long, but
yeah,
like genuinely, it's so fun to do this.
Yeah,
like
if it blast.
If it wasn't, it would get to a point where we'd be dreading it.
Yeah. No, this is a lot. I mean, we've only lost money, and it's a lot of work that we're putting other responsibilities aside for. And we continue every week to just be like, yo, Tuesday, we're good. Right. Every week we come back.
Like I make time for it.
I love it, man. We're having a blast. I think we'll figure it out. I think we'll get there. I think we have a decent product. I think it'll find its way. And
also, we love feedback too. If there's something you wish happened, especially, the stream is great. And like we do it, we want to make it as good for people that are streaming it, for people that are listening after the fact. But if you're there on either side, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yep.
But
absolutely.
Well, great episode. First off, lastly, I just want to say that Connor, you're not average. All right.
Thanks.
That hat, I think you should burn it.
This is actually one of my dear friends' merch, the Pointer Brothers.
Oh.
This is their merch called Proudly Average. But I'll let them know that you said I should light it on fire.
It's because I think you're above average.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. That's really nice.
Added height on the end.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Whatever.
Make Gooch the third host true. Will do.
Yeah.
True.
Next episode.
Deserved.
We'll shoot you a text.
Darvin Ham, salute. See you guys.
Peace.